animal. 3,700 pounds per square inch. They can crush bone with their bites. They can hold their breath for 2 hours while they patiently wait for lunch to walk by. There were some big ones down there, maybe 10, 12 feet long. They can actually get up to 20 feet long and weigh 1,200 pounds. That is amazing to me. Nile crocodile, 20 feet long. That's as tall as a giraffe can get, 20 feet tall. So, kind of puts it into perspective there. Oh, up here is a baobab tree. One of the oldest living things on Earth are baobab trees. Their nickname is the upside down tree because they only have leaves a few months out of the year. So no leaves on the baobab right now. When they do get leaves, they'll collect water and store it in their big trunks. There are thousands of gallons of water stored in those baobab trees. They can survive very long droughts because of that. Elephants will actually pierce the tree with their tusks, try to dig at it, put a little hole in the side, and then they try to suck the water out with their trunks. So they're like the water fountain for elephants. Ooh, the Serengeti grasslands. It's a grouping of wildebeest out there, and then behind the wildebeest, up in the palm trees way out there, can you see that? It's giraffes. If you can't see them, don't worry, that's exactly where we're headed. So we're gonna get a good view of giraffes and wildebeest. Wildebeest migrate across Africa in huge numbers. Hundreds of thousands of them migrate every year. It's part of the Great Migration, an annual event where over 1 million animals are migrating across Africa. The dust cloud they kick up can be seen from outer space. So a large grouping of wildebeest like that is actually known as an implausibility of wildebeest.
What are those in the vests?
And a grouping of giraffes is a tower of giraffes.
That's also called the bats.
All the dirt mounds we see out here are actually termite mounds. Termites build them. Termites do the cleanup work in the ecosystem. All the animals have a job to do. Termites clean up the wood, eat up the old wood. Giraffes trim the trees. Because the trees are trimmed, the sun can make it through the tops of the trees and grow the grass down below. And there's lots of food
you can
for
eat them out.
zebras, and antelope, wildebeest.
We'll see him in a second.
That actually reminds me, what did the wildebeest say to the slow-moving lion? Mufasa. Mufasa. Oh yeah, too soon for some of you? Depends on when you saw it. Yeah, a little Lion King humor there. That was my best joke. If you did not enjoy that joke, this will be the longest 2 weeks of your life. It's all downhill from there. Wildebeest is an Afrikaans word. Wonder what it means.
Want to take this?
Maybe wild beast. I'm going to go with that. And these are a subspecies of wildebeest, the white-bearded wildebeest. They're also known as a gnu, G-N-U. One up here in the shade to the left. 4 grazing right here up and to our right. We're going to turn the corner and stop next to the giraffes for a picture. Look at them all enjoying the shade of the palm trees up there. There's even some baby giraffes. Baby giraffes can be up to 6 feet tall at birth. So they start off very tall, getting up to about 20 feet tall. And you see the baby there in front. Less than 6 months old. There's about 3 babies out there. And then behind them are some sable antelope. A little further on, they have long curved horns. They can get about 5 feet long. Sable antelope. Very protective animals. They will form a circle around their young and stand their ground if a predator comes around. Like lions or cheetahs. Sables don't run away. Most antelope, wildebeest, if a predator comes around, they run away. not the sable. Ooh, there's a sable right here. It's also a springbok down by that truck. Looks like a baby deer. Springboks get up to 100 pounds. Just a little guy. Great view of the baby giraffe too. Giraffes spend 16 to 20 hours of their day eating. They have 4 separate chambers to their stomach to help with all that digestion. 25-pound hearts. Very high blood pressure because their hearts are pumping very hard to get the blood up that long neck. And they can run about 35 miles per hour. It's amazing to see a big 20-foot tall giraffe run that fast. The only words that come to mind are majestically awkward. Yeah. Ooh, an elephant up here to the right. African bull elephant. You can tell it's a male bull elephant because he is by himself. If there was a herd, it'd be females and their young. Males stay by themselves. They're solitary animals. Oh, look at him flap his ears.
That's how you know they're
That's how they cool off. Exposing their blood vessels behind their ear. They're cooling off the blood in there.
Hey, Will, monkeys.
Mandrill monkeys to the left. A few monkeys up there. So they cool off the blood behind their ears, and that can actually cool their whole bodies off up to 15 degrees. Uh-oh, road closed. There was a bridge here 2 weeks ago, but maybe the elephant did something with it. Wow, they can get about 14 feet tall and weigh almost 14,000 pounds. And there's about 100,000 muscles in just their trunk. They could pick up the smallest item with their trunk. The end of it's like a hand. They could pick up a peanut. Or they could wrap their trunk around something like, I don't know, a small Volkswagen. Toss it out of their way like it was nothing. Alright, looks like we got a backup bridge here. A little beat up, but should do the trick. A little creaky. Is that duct tape? Looks like duct tape. That's okay. I'll teach you a Swahili phrase, Hakuna Matata. It means no worries, because duct tape fixes everything. It's true. Red clay pits. Oh, you know what? Elephants sometimes eat clay to absorb minerals. Here are some tusk marks in the clay where they've dug it up and big round footprints. So we might be seeing a herd of elephants. Look at this. So all the females and their young make up the herd. Like I said, males are going to be by themselves, very solitary animals. But in a herd, they're a very close-knit group. They take very good care of each other. The mama elephants are pregnant for almost 2 years. The male babies will stay in the herd with their mothers up to 15 years. That's second only to humans, which are known to stay with their mommies up to 40 years. It's true. I have to move out this year. No, I'm just kidding. I moved out a bunch of times. Okay, back to the elephants. Right over here, you can see there's a lot of mud on their backs. They have very sensitive skin. They have to fling mud on their backs so they don't get a sunburn. The radio station kicked in too. Awesome. Listen to some music, take a picture. Little guy out there is probably about 5 years old based on his size there. Very sensitive skin. Scientists recently found out elephants can feel bee stings. They're naturally afraid of bees. If they see a beehive, they'll run away from it. And since we found that out, farmers are now using beehives to protect their crops. Put them on the outskirts of the crops, and a herd of elephants comes by, they see the bees, they run away. It's amazing. It's great. You know, they used to have to set traps or hunt them, so elephants are safer, crops are safer. And the farmers get honey.
And that's the wild Canadian duck.
Amazing animals. The greater flamingo on the left. The largest flamingo native to Africa. Also the lightest in pink color of all flamingos. But flamingos are born whitish gray. They only turn pink because they eat so much shrimp, rich in beta-carotene.
Stay in the tree.
Well, that's a pretty good picture. Flamingos, palm tree, elephant, and a baobab tree. It's like a postcard right there. Almost like we planned it. But you can't plan these things. It's wild Africa. Why is the island the flamingos are standing on look like a hidden Mickey? Weird. In the middle of Africa. Huh. Go figure. A grouping of flamingos is called a flamboyance of flamingos. Ooh, Bontabak antelope. Bontabak. Look at these cool horns on the Bontabak. Unfortunately, they are extinct in the wild. They are only found on reserves. They were overhunted for their meat. Without a little bit of regulation for hunting, you go off balance and then they become extinct in the wild. So overhunting is no good. Isn't that cool? And then the mud pits out here. Typically that's a sign of white rhinos. We might be seeing some white rhinos. They love to roll around in the mud. Oh, you can just make it out through the trees. There's a couple, looks like boulders. Those are actually white rhinos, southern white rhinos laying down up there. Oh, up here to the left. Right out by the tree. There's 3 trees up there, third tree on the left. That's a cheetah. There's another cheetah to the right of that cheetah. A grouping of cheetahs is a coalition of cheetahs. They sprint 60 to 70 miles per hour, so they are the fastest land animal on Earth. Oh, another cheetah. Another coalition of cheetahs up here. Kind of maybe get a picture there. Right in between those 2 trees with the moss growing up them. Might be able to get a picture. Cheetahs do most of their hunting during the daytime. They have those black stripes that go under their eyes. That helps to block the glare of the sun. And they're the only cat that cannot retract their claws. Their claws are always out, so they get a really good grip in the dirt. They could burst into those fast speeds because of those good grip. Cheetahs hunt during the day and lions hunt mostly at night. To our left, an adult male lion. Lions are inactive up to 20 hours per day. Typically, they're just going to be lying around. Told you the jokes didn't get better. I warned you. So the lionesses will do the majority of the hunting for the pride, typically at night. They're more active. The male lion is more of the protector of the pride, protecting by napping for 20 hours a day. Nothing wrong with that. Right, guys? Yeah. Zebra out here. Now, zebra, not easy prey to lions. They kick very hard. They've been known to break the jaw of an attacking lion. You see them again out there. I don't see the rest of the pride. Probably some lionesses. They could be sleeping behind the rocks somewhere. The Swahili word for lion is actually Simba. Simba means lion in Swahili. Timon is a Swahili word. It means respect. Pumbaa means foolish one. No offense to the warthog and her babies. Look up there to the left. Baby warthogs. Okay, that's the cutest thing you've ever seen. Right there. Look at that. razor sharp tusks they use for burrowing. Pumbaa. Ostriches and zebra and addax. Antelope. Look at this.
The zebra, look at me.
That's a great picture.
What's the white? Is that
Look at the picture of this. Ostrich.
They will.
Oh, that's awesome.
Addax antelope or a desert antelope. Those corkscrew-like horns. The addax can go their whole lives out in the desert without ever finding any water to drink. Everything alive has to have water, so they do get moisture from eating plants. That's all they need, that little bit of water in plants. However, they too are very endangered, hunted for those beautiful long horns, so only a few hundred left out in the wild, but 1,000 on reserves. So that is the main goal on reserves, to really protect those endangered species. Keep the poachers out, and the animals in, and give them a chance to live in their natural habitat so they can rebuild their numbers up, get back into the ecosystem.
Out there.
Because each animal does their job to keep the balance in the ecosystem. Look at this up here, the scimitar horned oryx. I love that name, scimitar horned oryx. Beautiful. Now their horns, kind of like the sable antelope, they're long and curved, but they're thin and kind of brittle. They're prone to breaking. That one's a little bent. See, one of them are more symmetrical. The other one's been bent back a little bit. Oh, this does not look familiar. I think I should have brought the map. No road signs. It's either right or left here. I'm thinking left. What do you guys think?
right.
I'm right? We should go left? Is that what you meant? Oh, you meant go right. Okay, I'm sorry. That was my fault. And you know what? You were right. We should have went right. I was wrong. This is flooded. Raise your hand if you can swim. And volunteer to be our flotation device. Unfortunately, I cannot swim. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Oh, wait a minute. I know exactly where we are. I recognize this this plant up here. Do you see it? It's the green one. With the leaves. Yeah. So we found a shortcut. We're gonna have to shave off 2 weeks of our 2-week safari. Oh, thanks. No, don't. Stop. Why'd they stop? Alright, well, Kwaharini guys, it means to go well. Thanks for coming on safari with me. Kwaharini guys, thanks for coming. If you enjoyed your safari today, my name is Jeff. If you did not enjoy it, then names are not all that important.